I do want to ask you about this, because this is another part of the appeal. And that is with respect to the testimony of this gang expert, which was excluded in a pretrial hearing. And the defense, my understanding, wanted to call Jesse De La Cruz, who they had claimed, discovered visual evidence that Drake could have had ties to the same organization as a co-defendant in this case, Robert Allen. And I believe the brief states, Dr. Cruz's research revealed photos of Mr. Graham throwing the same gang signs as Allen. And Allen is that accomplice who I mentioned before who testified against his co-defendants. But Cruz also revealed that people who knew Drake were allegedly seen in XXXTentacion's neighborhood threatening him before he died. The brief reads, social media posts showed these same known Graham associates were seen in Onfroy's neighborhood threatening him just prior to the murder. And then they say even more revealing is this connection that Cruz made to Drake's song lyrics, because shortly after XXX was killed, the brief writes, Mr. Graham released a song entitled Triple X with suspicious lyrics. SMS Triple X, that's the only time I shot below the neck. And Dr. Cruz found another connection between the murder and Drake's lyrics in the song I'm Upset. The song I'm Upset contains lyrics regarding Louis bags for body bags, the implication there being that Drake was referencing murder. But ultimately, Cruz was completely excluded from the trial.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and say it ain't so, Drake. And now, I've never been the type of person to be a conspiracy theorist without hard evidence, and this is no different. Do I believe Drake had any connection to XXXTentacion's unaliving? I don't think so. Do I think he had problems with him, put him in lyrics, maybe went down to his location, threatened him for talking greasy? Yeah. But two things can be right at the same time, meaning that could have happened, and then some knuckleheads could have seen XX on live talking about going to get a motorbike. They knew he was in the county. They knew where the motorbike location was at, and they just pulled up because they figured he was flashing money and this would be good for the taking. Do I believe that they were sent by Drake or mob ties or Jay Prince's clique? I would like to think that they're not stupid. I would like to think that Aubrey Graham is just a rapper. He hasn't been able to hold up against Kendrick Lamar's diss record the past summer.
Hello, 911. Kendrick made fun of me and I'd like him arrested.
And it's now come with a lawsuit, so I don't think he would actually go through the trouble of arranging a hit on somebody because of song lyrics. XX did make statements on the internet talking about that Drake, he got robbed for his AP. For all those that don't know, that's a watch. And I think that's why he took offense to it. Probably pulled up to his neighborhood. Drake looked like he's about 5'10", 6 foot. The niggas always tall, always think that they big man till they get folded like a lawn chair. And XX was only about 5'6", 5'7". He wasn't a big dude. I think at the most he was 5'8". Even though there's a bunch of videos, or at least there used to be a bunch of videos on him on YouTube street fighting, so he probably could have held it down. But because Drake is who he is, and he probably showed up with multiple people, my man probably just fell back, didn't think anything of it. And I don't think that subsequently he had arranged a hit. Like I said, I think two things could be right at the same time. The little jackasses that's on trial talking about they had a mistrial and didn't get to admit certain evidence is probably up there trying to drag Drake into it so that they can get lenient sentence, or at the very least drag him through it to take I'm not gonna say the fall, but culpable responsibility. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's gonna work, not unless they can find like emails or text messages or something physical that Drake actually set a hit out. So I think they got nothing. I think they just fishing for something, because if I'm not mistaken, all the asses got sentenced to 50 years or life in prison, one of the two. I don't know, who cares. I'm at the point you just got buried criminals in prison. That's where I'm at with it. People that's like terrorizing the community, especially like, I know the streets got to eat, but for $65,000, you got to ask yourself, was it worth it? And I don't think it was. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm out.